I'm Lily Nevemoore, co-founder of MindLight, a company that brings emotional intelligence training into organizations. In this 3-minute video, I'm going to be talking to you about emotional resiliency, what it is, and how it applies to your organization. There's a fundamental path that we all follow to resolve an upset, whether that upset is a stressful moment at work or an acute trauma like an assault. Oftentimes, this process happens without us even knowing it's happening. Sometimes it seems we just get over things, and sometimes we can't. We say that time heals all wounds, but we all know that that is sometimes true and sometimes not true. Some events, hard as they were to live through, make us stronger and kinder, while others become like weights piling up on us and leading us toward burnout or depression. What is it that enables us to transform some events into assets while others become liabilities? And is it learnable? Yes, that is what resiliency is. Case studies have shown that moderate to severe depression can be resolved in just a few weeks, that PTSD from the most traumatic events that humanity participates in, war, can be resolved in just 6 weeks. When you utilize the brain's inherent process of emotional resolution and our body's design together. These practices are easy to learn, and they can be done for yourself without needing any product, program, or guide once you learn. You can turn something that is really upsetting you into something you're grateful for, that you feel peace and appreciation about. Not with time, but with training. And that is what resiliency training is. So let's zoom out and look at this from an organizational perspective. Your organization is like a single body made out of individual human cells, and the resiliency of that organization is based off of the resiliency of the individual cells. Each cell has its own history, its own bag of emotional assets and liabilities that contribute to the entire organization's emotional assets and liabilities. Your whole organization's emotional well-being and resiliency can be measured if you look to insurance claims, to absenteeism, turnover, HR complaints, company culture, things like your company's adaptability and your innovation. When each human in an organization is struggling to carry their emotional load, they are reactive and can't take on the effort of the work itself. They don't have it to be rational or creative. They're focused on surviving the moment rather than brilliantly handling the task at hand. For an organization, this is the difference between struggling to fulfill the objective and dominating the market. It might feel out of your hands. How could you possibly build company-wide resiliency if it relies on each individual person being resilient? And if the best that we had to offer was months of psychotherapy or medication, I would agree with you. But there are learnable techniques that, once learned, make your people emotionally unstoppable. Bring in this kind of training. Build it into onboarding. Consider that this is the first time the emotional beings that make up your company have ever learned that they get to choose how they feel, that they are in charge of their emotional state. That is not only an incredible gift to give, it's also an incredible force to have moving your organization forward.